Get ready for trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. The fun starts right now. This is Daily Flash.
Hey everybody, I'm Andrea Jackson.
I am Mitch English. Hello everybody. This is Daily Flash. Today's trends, tomorrow's talk. We are so glad to have you. Working the floor, sweet baby James. How are you? He handles all of our social media. But no, you can stay over there, buddy.
You said I can stay over there now?
Yeah. See, this is what stuff we're supposed to talk about in the meeting.
And he looks like Uncle Phil today.
Hey,
I don't know.
Phil.
He looks like an '80s TV show dad.
That's right. Uncle Phil was the best uncle on earth during that time.
All right. So anyway,
Somebody
James does
slapped
social media. We gotta move through. All right. And
you
then
know
right here, look at that, it's Matt Doolittle.
You know where you can find our social media? You can go to dailyflashshow.com. There you can send us a talkback feature thing where you can send us flash at dailyflashshow.com. Also like, subscribe, share, do all that fun stuff. You know what? Share it with your neighbor. That'd be the best thing ever. Just that neighbor that you never talk to that's behind the fence. Go tell them about Daily
What she should do is like new people that move into your neighborhood. Just tell them about it and just like, hey, well, he obviously knows he lives here, and then you go, hey, you need to watch Daily Flash,
Yeah.
and they'll go, well, this guy's the cool guy. He's the one that's
You know what a new marketing campaign would be
What's that,
good?
Sharon?
A welcome to the neighborhood
Oh, I love
package,
this.
which includes a link to our show.
That'd be great.
And maybe like
yeah,
a
I
cup
love
of
that.
sugar and like some toilet paper.
And
Toilet paper.
And James will personally deliver it to everybody.
There you will.
Is that
What?
so? Oh yeah, I like that idea.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Merriam-Webster posted something on social media saying, in the first time in more than 20 years, and only the 12th time since 1898,
Ooh.
they have published the new edition of its iconic collegiate dictionary with more than 5,000 new words.
New words altogether.
added. This is an actual paper
Oh, okay, which is a
dictionary.
big difference.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
you know,
okay.
with like notches and the whole shebang. All right, here are some of the most popular new words they've
These are the
added.
ones you're going to start hearing more
Yes,
of.
farm to table.
Okay.
That's not there. That's been around
Yeah,
for a
That's a
while.
word.
Well, again, they haven't revised this for about 12 years.
That's true.
Dad bod.
Okay, and if, you want to
yeah.
if you're not sure what a dad bod is, just take Cam 3. Take Cam 3.
Why? There you go. Yeah.
Riz.
Okay.
I've heard the kids saying that.
yeah.
Like charisma. You've
Okay.
got
Yes,
riz.
charisma, yes.
Yeah.
And then the other one is sus, right?
Sus, you're
What's
very
sus?
sus.
Sus means like
Suspect.
you're not.
Basically, they just chop off the second half of the word, and that's their new word.
Pretty sure your bonus son just walks in every day and looks at you and goes sus.
No, he used to call me sus all the time, and so then I would start using. Don't say that. Like he's
I have
afraid I would say
riz.
it around my friends, his friends.
Yeah.
You get riz a lot.
No, I'm saying he walks in. You're going. I have riz.
Oh,
Leave me
riz,
alone.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He said,
Yeah.
"Don't say it,
Don't
man.
say
Don't
that.
get literally into that. Like,
You
don't say
you
that. I don't
ruined
want
words
my
for
friends
him.
hearing you.
They want you to be into what they're saying, but yet they don't want you to say it, which I find
I
fascinating.
think you're 100% right.
Yeah, and cold brew was added to the list of
Oh,
words.
wow. Really?
Cold brew. Yeah.
Wow.
These
Yeah.
are like words, I guess, because like you said, it's actually published on
Yeah,
paper. Like,
and it's a
they've been around
collegiate
for a while.
dictionary, so they're like, well, these are the things that kids are saying. But this is, again, first time they published this in 12 years. And I'm thinking, so are they incorporating all the words that have been popular over the
I
last
see.
12 years?
Yeah, because every year they say
Yeah.
we have a new word, yada yada,
Yeah.
and maybe that they say here's our new word, but you never really see it because it's not on a printed,
Yeah.
published kind of thing. I don't know, but that is interesting because a lot of those have been around for quite some time. It seems like.
Yeah, exactly. And then, the whole slang as far as like dropping the second half of the word is always
Much
like,
easier. Here's the thing about all of this: if you're a dude and your first name is Miriam, you're gonna just come up with some words. That's how I'm certain that had something.
Merriam-Webster.
We're going to get a phone call.
Do we know that? Is that a guy
that-
or is that two people? It's
I
like,
think it's two people.
Okay. I never thought about
I
it.
think it's Douglas Merriam and Marjorie Webster.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just making
All
that
I know
up.
is I would listen. I go, yeah,
Yeah,
that
that
sounds
sounds-
because a dude named Miriam running around. I don't know if I want to hear what new
See, now
words he has
John
to
Wayne's
say.
first name was Marion.
Marion, I knew
right?
that, yeah.
So Miriam wouldn't be too. Miriam's more of a female name. Though,
That's what I would say.
Yeah.
I've never met a.
Yeah.
Has anybody met a guy named Miriam?
No.
Marion? No.
Miriam Cunningham is the only Miriam I ever know.
That was
off-
Marion.
Oh, it was
Marion Cunningham.
Oh, okay. Well, then.
Yeah.
That's a happy day.
Happy day.
You already
Anyway.
jumped the shark.
If your name is Miriam and you're a dude, we will not make fun of you. I just
Flash
wanna
at
say that-
dailyflashshow.com. Let
Yes,
us know what
exactly.
you think in Idaho.
The first one, let's send them a Daily Flash Cup.
Okay, I like that. You have to prove that your name is Miriam. We'll send you a prize pack. How about that? Just flash at dailyflashshow.com.
I'm getting our research department, aka our executive producer Hugo, is telling me that it's William
So it's two different
Webster.
people. All right. I knew that. That's right. William. Yeah.
Noah Webster founded a printing company with paper, and that's where the Webster comes from.
So the Noah Webster guy he took two names at a time. I don't know, I was trying to make a Bible joke there.
Did we find that on Wikipedia? Is that how we found that?
Yeah, oddly enough, you went out and go online to find that.
Do you guys believe everything you see on Wikipedia? I'm having issues with that right now.
I can say that they have had, they are pretty much on top of like if they kind of know if it's promotion or if it's actual real thing, because it's all it's submitted by anybody. You put it in there. That's the thing about Wikipedia.
But my question is, like, a lot of times and here's of course the big controversy with AI is that the stuff is put into, let's say, Wikipedia.
Yeah.
And then, of course, ChatGPT, your AI picks up whatever it has been included in the Wikipedia, and then that just gets regurgitated.
That makes a lot of sense.
Time.
And they'll even say AI, when you work your AI, it'll say, do not believe this.
Right.
Because it might not be true, you know? So check your own facts.
Yeah. Can I just tell you, I did a major faux pas yesterday.
Please tell. We love it when you mess up.
I'm at the bar. I'm at the barn and I'm cleaning out the stall and I've got gloves on and I'm thinking, well, I'll send Alan, my other half, a good morning text, right?
You're sweet.
So I'm like, hey Siri, send Alan a text. Okay, then it's like, okay, would you like the mobile or the work number? And I was like, okay, I'll send it to the work number because his mobile phone is getting fixed. I send it about 2 seconds later, wrong number. And I was like, oh my God.
Somebody wrote,
who'd you send good morning to?
I was like, who did I send a good morning to? And then it's been somebody I haven't spoken to in years, but he has the same first name, Alan, but spelled differently. And I'm like, oh my, thank God it wasn't anything more than a good morning, darling. Hope you're having a nice morning. Yeah. And I said, oops, my bad. And I blame Siri. Crickets, never heard anything back.
Liz, who works in booking and sales here on the show, it's funny you said it because I send a text and if I have to make sure I always say
Liza.
I'll say Liza, but if I don't, I'll hit Liz, and I've done that many times where her number pops up and then I'm like,
and you just go, yeah.
It's scary. So keep that in mind altogether. We've got a good show set up for you. We're going to help you out in your home. Let's jump into some trending stories. New York City might not have that picture-perfect reputation. It's been now crowned, however, the most Instagrammable city in the United States. Roll up a little bit more, please. Keep it going. Here we go. Come on. Here we go. The boroughs rank as America's #1 urban photo backdrop. Researchers analyzed more than 895 Instagram posts featuring location-specific hashtags for the 25 most popular cities. Tell her to slow down, please, guys. Anyway, they're saying that they're top 5 most Instagrammable cities. Here they are. We'll start at #1 is New York, as mentioned. LA is #2. Chicago. Okay. Then followed by Las Vegas. Lots of lights in Las Vegas.
Oh, lots of lights.
Followed by San Francisco. And I think San Francisco gets it because of the fact that there's 5 microclimates, and you can see, you get the Golden Gate, you get the mountains, you get the water, so there's so much there to see.
Then you've got the homeless and the drug dealers and the encampments. It gives you really a little bit of everything.
There is the Doo-Doo app.
And the Doo-Doo app,
The Doo-Doo app.
Nothing like the
So
poop
there's an
app.
app where you can find it in San Francisco where people have doo-dooed, and they mark where people have doo-dooed.
Yeah.
Never want
You gotta watch the minefield.
Chicago, I think the Bean, that's a really photographic.
That's probably why.
Well, Chicago, and they got the Married with Children fountain, for those of you who remember Married with Children.
And how long did y'all think that was Orlando? Because Orlando has one.
I
always thought it was Orlando.
That is true. That's a good point. An online influencer is determined to save the lost art of heckling. Trevor Gilmore is a self-styled professional heckler who is making waves at Major League Baseball games by reimagining the classic fan taunt. He's become an internet sensation, racking up more than 1 million combined followers for his antics. Gilmore has a running list of roughly 1,000 lines, some positive, some negative. He says he goes to games with about a dozen jokes, but waits until he surveys the crowd before launching the first of many insults.
You bum!
So if we could have kind of wrapped this up, he is that guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
If they're clever or whatever, but you could also tell people that have been waiting for the right moment to say something. There's a whole Seinfeld episode about that where George goes and sees a movie and he wants to say something where everybody thinks it's funny. Anyway.
The thing to me, there's a difference between fun heckling and bad heckling, and it's the difference between petty and hateful. Like you can be
Oh,
petty
yeah.
and funny, but don't be hateful and mean.
Well, and you know what I'm glad to see is that Major League Baseball, remember they kicked out that guy because he was talking about his dad, his mom. Mom
his
died.
mom passed
Remember
away.
that? And
There's a
they banned
line.
him.
Yeah.
They banned
There's
him.
a line.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a line.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, and there's
Again,
people that don't know that, but
yeah.
you're 100% right.
Again, there is a line between hateful and petty. Be petty, that's fine. That doesn't, who cares? But if you're hateful, that takes a whole different mean-spirited,
I agree
nasty
with you.
tone.
I totally agree. What do you think's bad? Let us know. Flash at dailyflashshow.com. We got more Daily Flash coming up right here. Hateful and petty. Stick around. That's us. We got more. Well, his sound blends the best of outlaw rock and country, and he's written songs for Cody Jinks, Ward Davis, and Josh Malloy.
And his new song has more than 3 million views, 50,000 shares in just its first week. We're talking about country singer and songwriter Tennessee Jet and his ballad, The Senseless Death of Charlie Kirk. Take a listen.
Charlie was a good man, good as any man can be. Tall in stature, strong in faith, and he practiced what he preached. A Christian with conviction, I've heard many people say Charlie was gonna be the president someday.
And we are honored to have the artist on the show. Please welcome singer and songwriter Tennessee Jet to Daily Flash.
Hey, Tennessee.
great
How
to
are
be
you?
here. I'm great. How are you doing this? Good morning.
Well, we're better that we have you here now.
Yeah.
So, a lot of people obviously have taken to this. What, on your side, what has been that response to this tribute song that you have?
It's been overwhelmingly positive. So in the first week, it had about 3 million views, which I hadn't had the song do that, and yeah, it's just been overwhelmingly just positive, good energy.
What is your connection with Charlie Kirk? Did you know him?
I didn't. I'd watched a lot of his debates, watched a lot of videos with him. Nowadays you can go down rabbit holes and really learn a lot about people via the interviews that they do, the debates that they do,
Right.
Just what they stand for. And I'd been part of some different events that Charlie was at, but never got a chance to meet him. I wish I had.
The song is really caught on, and a lot of people are talking about it. I noticed you're offering a copy of an autographed handwritten lyric to the song on your website, with a portion of the proceeds going to the local Oklahoma chapter of TPUSA. Why did you decide to do that?
It's just there are people that collect these things, and so it's something that's it's easy to do for me, and if I can do something that something that people have that they can cherish and that I can do for them, and if we can raise some money, it's a win-win.
Absolutely. And, bring in awareness to it. And a lot of times when things like this happen, you're like, what can I do? What can I do? You're obviously using your talents to be able to just, put down, and people have related to it. So it's obviously something that, with that many views, that people are curious about. We did a little research on it, found out you're from Oklahoma and you're an Oklahoma native, right? Tell us the spirit. There is an Oklahoma standard. Explain what the Oklahoma standard is.
Well, Oklahoma is an interesting state because there's the history of the Oklahoma-California thing of people going back and forth, the John Steinbeck thing, and there's also a thing, so there's Oklahoma produces a lot of dreamers. At the same time, there's an expression in Oklahoma: "Don't get above your raisin," and which basically means like if you get too big for your britches or too cocky, then someone will kind of check you. So it's a good balance of confidence, but humility at the same time.
I agree with that, and people there are just fantastic. Also, Tennessee, that's not your God-given name. First off, your real name's T.J. McFarland, but where did Tennessee come from? Do you have family from there or what?
Well, actually, I was living in Nashville at the time, so I'd started out playing music, like most people, in different bands, different configurations, and I started doing a one-man band show for a while. And so I wanted to call it something different. And I was living in Nashville at the time, and I was a big fan of this movie called Giant, where James Dean's character's name's Jet. And so I just kind of put the two things together so people would realize this was something different I was doing. And now that I'm playing band shows again, I just kept the name that way. It just makes a lot more sense. But it's still TJ though, so. anyone ever says, well, what should I call you? I just like, well, just call me TJ.
TJ, it makes sense.
Tennessee Jet.
Tennessee Jet makes
Yeah.
complete sense to me. You know where they play a lot of country music is at rodeos. And you had a lot of experience of that because your parents were on the rodeo circuit. Is that right? They actually competed.
Yeah, that's right. Growing up, all I remember was basically just riding from rodeo to rodeo on the truck, and eating like rodeo barbecue and like too much sugar and getting sick at about every rodeo, and just being back in the stalls getting all dirty and dusty. And yeah, my mom was a barrel racer and my dad was a road rough stock, and so that was the early musical influences were all rodeo based. It was outlaw country like Waylon Jennings and Willie Nelson, and then George Strait and Dwight Yoakam and people like that. So.
We understand you left college baseball to devote your time and talent to songwriting, and your music has been, as you described it, outlaw country. And since then, you've released 5 albums. Your latest is Ranchero. First off, the baseball thing, and tell us a little bit about the new album.
Yeah, so I don't know, Andrea, if I love baseball a lot more than it loved me. You reach a point in college and where you see people that they kind of just roll out of bed, probably hungover from the night before, and they outplay you, and you realize, and I was very straight edge and just dedicated to just same way that I'm dedicated to music now. And you start thinking, maybe God has a different plan for me. Maybe baseball's not the thing that I'm supposed to be doing. So I started playing music and writing songs. I'd always written songs and just kind of written short stories and things, and just kind of started focusing more on music. And then from there, it seemed like that was clear that was the purpose.
I love that. You always find out you are where you are because that's where you're supposed to be. I totally agree with that. Folks want to find out more about you, Tennessee. Where can they go?
TennesseeJet.com is just the best way to find out more.
There you go. Tennessee, great having you on Daily Flash. The new album is Ranchero. For more info on his new song, album, tour dates, head to TennesseeJet.com. We'll leave you with a little piece of music as we go to break.
Charlie was a good man, good as any man can be. Tall in stature, strong in faith, and he practiced what he preached. A Christian with conviction, I've heard many people say Charlie was gonna be the president someday.
Hey now, welcome to Preview Review this week for the Daily Flash. I am Matt Doolittle, where we speak geek. Well, we give you a sneak peek, and no one can give us a better look than Matthew Miller, the Director of Creative Strategy and Portfolio for Innovative Studios. With over 20 years in the theme park industry, he's here to take us behind the curtain and also theme park nerd out with me along the way. Welcome, Matt.
Hey, Matt, thank you for having me.
It's Matt and Matt. Here we go.
Love it.
So one of our biggest things here that we love, everybody loves her, is Dolly. Now, there's a big new ride coming to Dollywood. Can you tell us about it?
Absolutely. And not only is it big for Dollywood, it's big for the theme park industry as a whole. So in 2026, this new Night Flight Expedition is going to be opening. And it's actually going to be Dollywood's second really indoor attraction.
Oh, wow. So it's a dark ride?
It is. It's
for insiders, it's inside. It's
yes,
a dark ride.
It is an inside dark ride, but they're actually billing it as 4 different attractions in one.
Wow.
It is a roller coaster that's going to be allow you to, there's a log flume portion, roller coaster portion, some simulation. It's really neat how they're putting it all together into one big attraction.
And that's crazy that a little theme park in the middle of nowhere, it's in Tennessee, right?
Yeah.
So it's in the middle of nowhere, and they keep coming up with different ways to get people to come from, whether it's your Californias or your Orlandos, to go see these attractions, right?
That's right. I mean, if you think about it, the Smoky Mountains is really the most visited national park in America. I mean, it's beautiful. If you haven't been, you got to go check it out.
Been there, done that.
And to be right there on the edge of it in Pigeon Forge, Dollywood is really set up for success.
So let me jump into this real quick, and then we'll go to the big guys in a bit. But there seems to be this take on regionalizing theme parks now. Whether it's Universal opening Horror Unleashed out in Vegas, or they're opening a park in the UK, it seems like they're moving away from just being in Orlando and California. Can you speak on it? Like, why are they doing that?
Well, I think what it is, it's an on-ramp into these like mothership of the parks. So to your point, really in America, they've been focused on Orlando, California. They've had a couple of other international expansions, Osaka, Japan, Beijing.
Paris, yeah.
But when you talk about these main parks, they really haven't done many regional things. But recently, they have spun up an internal team called New Ventures. They've announced this in the media ventures groups. And what they're doing is looking to build these regional experiences. So like you said, you've got Horror Unleashed, it just opened in Vegas. They've announced that it's going to Chicago.
Yeah, which is crazy because if you look at the history of those types of things, they don't tend to work out. But I feel like Universal kind of has that niche of a year-round horror experience.
Yeah, and I think what they've done really well is sometimes when things are regional, you think cheap. And I've been to the one in Vegas, it just opened up last month. It is not cheap. I mean, it is as good, if not better, than what you find in the park.
From everything I've seen on it, they are set in because we used to have a Skull Kingdom thing here that was year round. You go in there and it's like, oh, what's going on? Or Ripley's had a thing in Gatlinburg, which it was a year round horror house. But it feels like Universal is really diving into that year round thing.
They are, yeah.
So what do you think? Like regionally, do you think it's going to take away from the parks that are in California and Orlando and the main ones that we know around the world? Do you think it's going to kind of take away from those, or do you think it's going to add to the experiences?
Great question. No, I don't think it's going to take away. I think what they're doing is they're focusing on specific genres and specific groups. So if you love Halloween Horror Nights, you can go to this all year round, but it's not going to replace what Orlando and California is doing.
Not every year,
in the winter, yeah.
Yeah, if you go to the White Six House this year, it's amazing. All right, so let's dive into the two megas that are slapping cheeks on each other. It's Disney and Universal. They're going back and forth. So obviously Universal had the first park that opened in 20 years with Epic Universe this year, and then Disney goes, well, we're going to have the Villains Park, and that's what everybody's been. That was the rumor for 25 years is they were going to open a whole Villains Park. What do you think? How do you think they're going to go back and forth with that?
Yeah, it's been really interesting because since Epic has opened, obviously Universal said, hey, we're doing a lot more of the regional stuff. But they're also not slowing down their parks, right? I mean, we've seen they're knocking down Rip Ride Rocket, waiting to see what comes there. We'll see. We don't know.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah. But it's going to be really cool, whatever it is. But you're right. On the Disney side, as soon as Epic opened, they started at D23. Hey, these are the next big things. So we've seen, Tom Sawyer Island, Rivers of America. They're already draining it, right? There's a construction wall around it.
RIP.
So Villains Land is going to be incredible there. And then obviously, over at Hollywood Studios, the Monsters Inc. land is coming. So even in just Orlando, two massive lands, not to mention Pirates and Avatar going to, Shanghai Pirates type going to...
which is an immersive experience, which if you get a chance, check it out on YouTube. So to kind of wrap it up, where do you see the theme park industry going I feel like we're in a renaissance of the theme park industry at this point, where they're like, we came out of COVID, and then it all just went through the roof with how they're trying to do it. So where do you see it in the next 5 to 10 years?
Yeah, I think we're going to see more and more investments. I think more of the regional offerings here, for Universal Orlando here and around the nation. And then I think for Disney, more of these major lands. I think once Villains open, I think once Monsters open, we're going to see even more lands announced. I'm excited to see what they do in California.
Yeah, fantastic. So anybody want to check it out, check out Innovative Studios. I mean, you guys, I got to tour his office, and for a theme park nerd, it's one of the greatest things ever. So where can we find you online?
Come see us at innovativestudios.com and give us a holler if you'd like a tour of the studio.
Fantastic, Matthew. We'll make sure we have this on our website at dailyflashshow.com. And on there, you know what? Send us a note, flash@dailyflashshow.com. Let me know what your favorite theme park ride is out there. Thanks, Matthew, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. Trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash.
Hi, everyone. I'm Mitch English.
And I'm Andrea Jackson. This is Daily Flash, today's trends, tomorrow's talk, and we reach a wide audience across the nation. Matt Doolittle, good morning.
We are seen in 219 beautiful affiliates across this great nation, including the Armed Services Network. You can head to our website, dailyflashshow.com. Click the Where to Watch tab. Share that with your friends and family. And today we are checking out KMOL in Victoria, Texas.
Oh, very nice.
All right. Everything's big in Texas.
Very nice. Victoria. I'm not 100% sure what that's. I've heard of it. You know anything about that city there, Matt?
It's in the big state of Texas somewhere.
Yeah. Texas is such a cool place.
Yeah.
And you think about, I was talking, I'm very proud, I want to mention this. My best friend's son, he's still in college, just got a job, and so he graduates in June. He's already got a job, and he's moving to Arizona. And this, I'll tell you why I'm bringing this up.
Okay.
But he was talking about it. He goes, "Well, can we go see our?" He's excited about moving to Arizona. He goes, and his wife's got family in Texas, and so they were trying to figure out how far it is. I go, I don't think you guys realize how big Texas is.
Yes.
They thought it was like next to it, and it come find out it was 12 hours away. What do we know about Victoria, Texas?
Victoria, Texas is where the Texas State Zoo is.
Oh, okay.
Oh, very nice.
That's where they keep all the animals in
And the
Texas.
bigger animals.
Yeah,
too.
the bigger animals.
My sister just finished a big road trip across the U.S. and she was saying the same thing. She was, "You have no idea how big Texas is."
Well,
It took me
I-10.
forever and a day to get across it.
What's wild is when people from across the pond, when they come over here, they think like Orlando and Miami are right next to each
Oh,
other.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, no, it's about 4 hours away, or Orlando and Boston are
Okay.
close to each other.
I need to say this too. People and Canadians, like, we have no idea where anything is in Canada
It's
for some
true,
reason. And
yes.
So
No.
we, like England is to us, we are to Canada because we're thinking.
It's like Ontario's right
Yeah.
next
Just
to
drive
Toronto.
from Toronto to Ontario.
Yeah.
It's like across the whole country. All right, finish this sentence. According to a new survey, this is almost like Family Feud. 56% of people will not date someone who's bad at what?
Tennis.
Tennis. Okay.
Cooking.
Cooking. What say you, James?
I would say cleaning.
Cleaning. Believe it or not, 56, according to the survey, 56% of people said they will not date somebody who is bad at driving.
Oh.
If you're a bad driver, it says everything about you. So they analyze where it comes from. They obviously people, when you're dating somebody freshly, you look how they dress, how they talk, and that sort of thing. And they're actually looking now at the major source of the conflict between couples is driving. 100%. I've resigned to the fact that Liza's going to drive the speed limit and stop fully at stop signs and stuff, and it drives me crazy.
You gave me a run through of how she drives one time.
She has 0 tickets, 100%, and then you have me on the other side.
Is that a control thing though? Were you so scared of your significant other's driving skills?
I'm sure. Yes, because you're not the one that's in control.
Yes.
I was married first go around 27 years, and I would always
Did
get
she
that.
Wait, can mermaids drive?
You go, and he wouldn't. And the car was
Under the
2
sea.
miles down the road with the brake lights on.
See mine? Okay, Leah, I don't know if you
She's
watched
a
this or
lawyer.
not.
Very careful.
This close. When she stops, and it freaks me out because my knees are up on the dashboard,
yes,
and so
you
I'm
are.
like, oh, I'm gonna be 4'0" after this.
Yeah.
And I'm already there, so it doesn't matter, right? But I think you're right. It is a control thing. A fifth of the respondents, 18%, said they've ended things with partner because of their driving habits.
Really?
78% say they agree that the way a person drives says a lot about their personality.
Also, their road rage.
Well, that's
I
part of it, right.
saw
Yeah.
a certain type of anger out of my wife the
Yeah.
first time I saw her get at somebody.
And you know that because I guess that's very native, I mean, if you
Yeah.
think that you're out there in control and that sort of thing. 3 out of 4 said that they will. People who don't wear seatbelts are reckless as well.
Yes.
Always wear that seatbelt.
Yes.
Very important. All right, get ready. We're going to take you to the driver's seat right after this.
This is Tim. Tim is all about time, and if you've ever had a chance to look into Tim's cold, dead eyes, you'll see that it's time for you to follow us on social media. Sure, there's 10,000 social sites out there, and we don't have the time to name them all. Seriously, just ask Tim. So take the time to look for Daily Flash TV on your favorite social sites and start following us. That's all the time, Tim. Goodbye.
Welcome back, everybody. Let's help your home and save you some money with some great inspiration. Here's the flipped piece showing you what she thrifted versus what she did with it. It's a great way to thrift and gift.
What I thrifted versus what I did with it this weekend, and look at these. I love these. Okay, so I found a $10 brand new sugar mold, but I really don't like raw pine. I think it just looks unfinished. I mean, well, it actually is unfinished. So I refinished it. I took off the sticker and I give it a little quick sand down, and I went with the color walnut and a Dixie Belle gel stain because this color just looks antique-y. Look at the raw and look at the stained area. It just looks so much better, this color. I love it. I put in the little glass things, added some tea lights, and boom shakalaka, she is fabulous. Okay, next next, look at this vase. I have never seen a ceramic vase this gorgeous before, and y'all, it's foliage season. Okay, next I found a $4.99 metal vase, and I found her brother right behind her, but they were all kind of, I don't know, like tarnished and mismatched. So I thought, let's make them look Crate and Barrel chic. So I sprayed them with a matte black spray paint, put them next to my windowsill, and I love these suckers. And then the craziest thing of all, do y'all remember these marble candlestick holders from last week? I went back to the same store thinking that they were gone, and I found them again, and look how cute they are. I'm obsessed. Hope this gives you more inspo for your next thrift haul.
You never know what you're going to find at the thrift stores. All right, here are 3 simple IKEA hacks that will give any room in your house a fresh look with more storage.
3 IKEA hacks that we've done in our house so far. Starting off with my very first IKEA hack, these 2 Iket cabinets that I turned into this credenza. I was obsessed with this. I was loving the fluted detail. Connected 2 of them together, added pull wrap to the front of the doors and stained it, and this was the end result. Up next, the most popular dresser at IKEA, the Hems dresser. It was boring and not giving. Added trim to the drawers, new knobs, and new paint, and you got a whole new dresser. Last but not least, our most recent project. Took 2 rest chests and built it into our kids' closet. This one is probably my favorite project of them all. I love how they just get better and better each time. Added shelves, slapped some paint on it, and voila.
Amazing what you can do with a little paint and stain. Let's check in with our home improvement guy, Gator, with an easy light fixture hack.
So we've all got the light fixtures in our house. This is just a demo right here. It could be any light fixture where you screw a bulb in, okay? And you screw your new bulb in there and it just flickers sometimes, or it just kind of seems like it's not making a good connection. LED bulbs are the worst for that. So what you want to do is you take your bulb out and you look at your fixture in here. Now you want to leave the light off for this, obviously. You take the bulb out and you look inside of here, and on the bottom of this fixture, you're going to see a little copper tab, okay? That little tab gets dirty over time and it needs to be cleaned, okay? So you take a pencil with a regular eraser and you put it down in here like this, and you just erase on top of this little metal tab, just like that. Clean that tab off of there, okay? Get the tab nice and clean. Put your bulb back in. 9 out of 10 times, this is going to take care of the problem. If it doesn't take care of the problem, then you can also get like a pair of needle nose pliers and grab that copper tab that's in there, okay? And just pull up on it a little bit, because they get pushed down over time, and when you screw your bulb in there, it doesn't make contact. So, clean the copper tab, adjust it if necessary. All right, then, y'all have a good day. Next!
And if you're planning to host a Halloween party this year, here's a great idea to spook up your punch bowl.
Serve your drinks this way and your guests will love it. Start by placing some spooky eyeballs, perhaps some plastic spiders, maybe some skulls, into your balloons and fill them with water. Place them in the freezer overnight. Make as many or as little as you need to fill up your bucket. I'm using this really fun plastic cauldron and filling up any negative space. Then once your balloons are frozen, remove the balloon. Then you'll find your really fun spooky elements that you've added inside will really glow and stand out in the ice. For an added touch, add some lovely lights and any of your other favorite holiday decorations. Your guests will absolutely love this elegant touch.
Stay with us, more to come. Don't go anywhere, we're back right after this.
Welcome back to Daily Flash. Okay, check this out. A California retiree has actually sailed into the next stage of her life.
Nice.
She has sold her traditional home and has just bought a villa. Where? On a cruise ship. Her name's Sharon Lane, and she claimed that it was actually cheaper to live at sea than remain in California, where the cost of living and crime way out of control. She's 77 years old, and she said that she paid a one-time fee of $129,000 as a solo traveler. Lane then spent her life savings on the long-term excursion, plans to basically remain on board on the ship's entire 15-year journey. And to me, after a month, I think I'd get burned out. But she probably has a point. I mean, think all the food's taken care of, and
it's low maintenance. You don't have to think about it. You're traveling everywhere. You've got a nice group of people. There's so many people who are investing in these kinds of vacation rentals as their retirement home.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I love
totally
it.
buy into it.
Yeah.
Really interesting stuff.
Well, Life Minutes, Joanne Butler is back with a few ideas to help us hit the reset button and prioritize our well-being this fall season. Hi, Joanne.
Hi, thanks for having me. Well, of course, it's so important what you're putting into your body, that you're eating right and getting that exercise. But, having the time to do it can be so difficult. So, Planet Fitness is making it super easy for people to prioritize their well being by making fitness and wellness more accessible than ever. Whether you're getting back into it after some time off, or you're looking to mix up your regimen, or you're a seasoned pro, they offer an affordable, high value experience designed to help you build strength, confidence, and consistency, which is so key. Best in class strength and cardio equipment available to all members. The PF Black Card membership lets you rest and recover with other amenities like being able to bring a guest every day, which is great. It's so good to work out with a buddy. Access to the Black Card Spa with hydro massage beds, and access to more than 2,700 locations. Check out planetfitness.com to learn more about that. Well, I've also been trying to digital detox a little bit. I haven't been sleeping with my phone, which is a big deal for me, and it just totally helps. And during the day, if you can, just unplug and recharge a little bit. It will really help your body and your mind when it's just begging for a break. I'm also a huge believer in getting massages and facials. There's no doubt they improve your overall well-being. And Hand and Stone Massage and Facial Spa is a great place to go do it. They have more than 600 locations across the U.S., all different kinds of relaxing and rejuvenating treatments for whatever you're looking for. I noticed it really helps me sleep the day I get one of those too. I actually believe taking the time to do this for yourself just adds years to your life. handandstone.com/locations for more on that. Now, the saying, a good hair day, was invented for a reason, so a little beauty buy for you, because when you look good, you feel good. Lucetta Beauty here is going to help you get that hair day. It's a high-end salon quality hair brand of shampoos and conditioners and styling treatments at an unbelievable price point. It's made with natural ingredients, completely free of sulfates and parabens. It's cruelty-free, and this brand is really known for targeting whatever it is your hair needs, whether it's hydration or volume or repair. I especially love this rice water line. It's inspired by ancient Chinese hair rituals, packed with vitamins and minerals to really help strengthen, rebuild, and leave your hair really looking strong and shiny. Get it right on Amazon and lucettabeauty.com. There you have it. Happy fall. Stay well.
You know that many of us are starting to think about that next sun-soaked getaway, right? And an off-season cruise just might be the ticket. Here's travel expert Colleen McDaniel. She's got more.
With fall officially underway and temperatures dropping, now is the time to start thinking about your next getaway. Fall and winter are generally considered the off-season for cruising, which means fewer crowds in popular destinations and lower rates for travelers looking for more value. This season, Norwegian Cruise Line is offering 18 ships to fun in the sun spots like the Mexican Riviera, Bahamas, and Caribbean from 11 convenient home ports across the U.S. Options range from quick 3-day getaways like a trip to NCL's top-rated island, Great Stirrup Cay in the Bahamas, to week-long Mexican Riviera and Caribbean voyages where you can hop from one breathtaking port to the next. On board, there's truly something for every type of guest, from the fastest slides at sea to award-winning dining, entertainment, and world-class spa experiences. And with the More at Sea package, guests can enjoy over $2,000 in added value, including unlimited open bars, specialty dining, Wi-Fi, and shore excursion credits. To start planning your next cruise, visit ncl.com.
One mobile company is offering a new way to help protect your phone. Here's more.
Fall is here, and you want to stay connected to capture every moment that the season brings. But what if a cracked screen, a lost smartphone, or an unexpected mishap threatens to interrupt these precious times? This holiday season, however you holiday, Verizon Mobile Protect has got you. We give you peace of mind so you can unwrap joy with the people you love, worry-free. Protect the moments that matter. Verizon Mobile Protect can get you back up and running with unlimited claims, $0 deductible cracked screen repairs, and same-day replacement smartphones. Experience easy living with 24/7 tech support and same-day delivery and setup. Don't let anything stand in the way of your fall and holiday memories. Enroll in Verizon Mobile Protect or any other device protection option before November 3rd to protect all your fall moments. Visit Verizon.com/mobile protection or your nearest Verizon store today.
While many employers are actually willing to pay a little bit more for specialized talent, many job offers can actually fall short. Dawn Fay with Robert Half joins us now with their takeaways from their new 2026 salary guide. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. We need to talk about this. First off, should those job seekers out there actually negotiate pay in today's really competitive market, or will that kind of take them out of the running?
Yes, they can negotiate pay. It's just really important that they understand and do their homework so they know what their skills are worth in today's marketplace.
Worth, that's a big word because, you want to lay out what you feel your worth is. Is there a correlation, and if so, what is it, between the willingness to actually work on site and a higher salary? Is there a pay difference there, or should there be?
There is a pay difference there. Workers, 66% of them would go back full-time on site if pay was right. Most of those looking for a minimum of a 10% increase to go back into the office full-time.
Interesting there. And where is there a certain sector or a certain market that might be more the case than others, where actually heading back into the office is actually going to be beneficial for them?
We've seen it across the board. It just varies. Certainly in some roles lend themselves a little bit more to being more flexible and hybrid if you're in a standalone role, maybe programming and technology. But we are seeing employers want people back in. And in order to do that, they're going to need to pay a little bit more to get candidates in the office.
I agree. And I've always said this, everybody here told me, is that you don't get paid what you're worth, you get paid what you negotiate. So it's important to put your worth out there to make sure you negotiate that. If folks want to find out more information about this and actually how the job market's out there, where can they go for more information?
For more information, you can call us or visit us at roberthalf.com.
Very good. Don, thank you so much. We're going to post this interview on our website at dailyflashshow.com/FMI, along with links to find out more.
Streaming for the weekend.
Indeed it is. This is where we let you know what you should be streaming this weekend. Jackson, let's kick it off right with you.
Okay, Prime Video, Amazon Prime Video, The Terminal List, Dark Wolf. Take a look.
I need 2 shooters for a time-sensitive op. I'm offering you a chance to finish what you started, and to keep your brothers from danger.
If we do this,
Eyes and ears in position.
I need to know that you can find the brakes.
You have my word.
Chris Pratt, Taylor Kitsch, all-star cast. It's terrific. Edge of your seat.
Now, Chris Pratt's not a bigger role
He's got
than
a
the first one.
smaller role in this one than he did in the first one.
Wow, it's awesome. Well, I'm taking you to USC with Cocaine Quarterback on Amazon Prime.
Here we go.
He just went full steam ahead as if this was a major at USC. Drug, empire, kingpin. Let's do that.
My name is Owen Hansen, federal inmate number 50825. I'm some surfer kid from Redondo Beach. What have I gotten myself into?
Yeah, it's how the backup quarterback at USC basically turned into a drug kingpin and got everybody whatever they wanted. It's really fascinating. Okay. It's on Amazon.
These documentaries that are coming out lately have just been really,
I just love they were able to interview him while he was in prison.
Tell you how to do it. All right, 2 brothers get tangled up in crime, secrets, and family ties that cut deep. It's Black Rabbit, and it's on Netflix.
Everything's falling apart. My family, the restaurant, I'm holding on by the skin of my teeth. I didn't budget for you.
Your brother has a real problem. You understand what this all means, right?
It means it's on me.
Yeah, Black Rabbit, it stars Jude Law, Jason Bateman. It's basically a modern-day telling of the prodigal son, sends the father around. It gets
Cain and
intense,
Abel,
and it's really a good show. I mean, and first off, great actors. And the acting in it's incredible.
Can I thank you guys for getting me stuck on Smartlist now?
Smartless is awesome, isn't it?
I'm on there with Jason Bateman.
So good.
It makes those State Farm commercials a little bit better now. Have you seen
right?
that?
With the Batman versus Bateman.
Yeah, I love it.
So
all right,
good.
we love having you along. We want you to have a safe weekend, don't we?
Yes,
right?
we do. For more information on any of today's stories, be sure to visit our website, dailyflashshow.com.
Say bye, Maddie.
Bye.
No,
Be good, everybody.
Say bye, Maddie.
Bye.
No, you say bye, Maddie.
Bye,
Maddie.
It's all George Burns.